Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, I come to the floor today joining with my friend, colleague, Congressman Lacey Clay to speak out on an issue that's very important to both of us and our constituents, the continued existence of an over-the-air classical musical station. The sale of KFUO-FM by the Lutheran Church Missouri Synod is currently pending before the Media Bureau at the FCC, and both myself and Congressman Clay have been contacted by our constituents concerned that the purchaser of the station may cease the classical program which so many residents of the St. Louis and Metro East communities have benefited from over the years. KFUO-FM has been a proud partner with almost every cultural organization in the St. Louis area. It is also heard internationally through live streaming on the internet. Classic 99, as KFUO is also known, features a large amount of programming for the fine arts institutions of St. Louis, including the St. Louis Symphony Orchestra, the Opera Theater of St. Louis, the Repertory Theater of St. Louis, the St. Louis Art Museum, the Missouri Historical Museum and Historical Society, the Missouri Botanical Gardens, the Two Hill Performing Arts Center of the University of Missouri St. Louis, the Metropolitan Opera, the Bach Society of St. Louis, the St. Louis Chamber Chorus, American Conner I, the St. Louis Public Library, the St. Louis Children's Choir, along with many others. KFUO is a virtual partnership with these institutions, as many hours are given to these and other organizations for live broadcasting, education, and information programming, as well as for promotion. The loss of Classic 99 and its limitless contribution to the area's cultural community may have a negative impact on many and the quality of life in the Metro East. As many of my colleagues know, I am married to a classical musician. I met Karen while she was working as a director of Christian education and music at Bethlehem Lutheran Church in Monterey, California. When I started my life with Karen, I also began my life with classical music. Karen has worked as a youth minister, church music director, elementary music teacher, and private music instructor, and many different instruments. She's also guided each of our children musically. All three of our boys are Suzuki-trained violinists. My sons David and Josh have sung with the prestigious St. Louis Children's Choirs. I credit their musical talents not only with my wife's teaching, but also with exposure to classical music from an early age. KFUO provides that critical early exposure to families all over the St. Louis area that may not have a family member with a music background. To remove that sphere of influence, I feel would be detrimental to many children in our communities. Without Classic 99, I don't know if many of the musical institutions in the St. Louis area that rely on this station would be able to get their music heard. Even our local high school students have a chance to play on KFUO, an experience I'm sure that is a highlight of their musical education. Mr. Speaker, I felt this issue was especially important for me to weigh in on today because, as a devoted Lutheran, I'm concerned that the Lutheran Church Missouri Synod does not realize how important these classical broadcasts are to the Christian faithful in the St. Louis area. In most cases, Christian broadcasting and classical broadcasting are synonymous. The loss of this classical programming eliminates a witness to the gospel through the broadcast of the words and music of Bach, such as broadcast of Bach at the Sem. Also, the St. Louis area would no longer be able to hear other Lutheran and Christian composers, as well as through programs devoted specifically to the Christian musical heritage, such as Joy and broadcast, and overt Lutheran Christian programming such as Sing for Joy and the Sunday morning service from the Chapel of the Cross in North County, St. Louis. Music is an important part of Christianity and was an integral part of the start of the Lutheran Church. One of my favorite Martin Luther quotes deals with the importance of music in the church, and I quote, "Beautiful music is an art of the prophets that can calm the agitations of the soul. It is one of the most magnificent and delightful presents God has given us." From Bach to Mendelssohn, these talented musicians helped form the Lutheran Church that we know today. I cannot imagine a church service without music, just as I cannot imagine St. Louis without KFUO-FM. It is an important part of the St. Louis and the Metro East residents, as music is to Sunday morning spent in worship. It is my sincere hope that the Lutheran Church will realize this before the station changes its programming. It would be a loss to both the Christian community and the music community, a loss which I hope will be prevented.